so there's something there that can literally begin to see the internal landscape. Just like I can see cell phones, like I recognize this as a cell phone. When you've done enough time watching your internal landscape, you start to recognize and see things, even if you're not thinking, which is an interesting concept. When I first came across them in my own experience, I called them perceptual thoughts, because they didn't cascade, they didn't go anywhere, they just recognized something. Like recognizing the sound of a bell. You don't have to think to do that, you just recognize it. So as I was like hanging out, just watching my interior mind, I came across this activity that was like a lava landscape of volcanic lava that wasn't bubbling too much. It was just like percolating like this. And as I put my attention on it, I could actually hear the whispering of thought fragments. They weren't thinking, they were just like the dog leg, the dog leg, the dog leg. I want to, the dog leg, the dog leg, the dog leg. I want to, the dog leg, the dog leg, the dog leg, the dog leg. I want to, the dog leg. I want to. They were just like thought fragments, and if I actually put attention on it and got interested, then it blossomed into full-fledged thinking, right? So it's interesting to sort of get to the point where you can watch the neuronal activity that would become thinking if you allowed it. But we've pulled our sense of self out of that, and so it's not getting our life energy to manifest into something. And so you keep watching that, and you keep watching what's going on inside, and it eventually pulls you back so that you're catching the perception of sensory constructs and hearing, and things start moving into a vibratory mode of perception. And you continue not getting identified with anything until you come to this, we'll just say this, something magical happens. And there's this like full-blown experiential realization that yourself is not what you thought it was. You've already got a lot of that because you're watching what you used to think you were, your thinking and your feelings and all of that other stuff. But there's this deep experiential realization that you are not the self that you thought you were. And once that's happened, there is like literally this freedom from a certain kind of suffering.